Hello, welcome to day 3 of the CTFL Entry Draft for 2023. We are super excited to have you guys here. Tonight's going to be working the same as the past 2 nights, so we're going to have the Spitfires drafting first, then the Arctics, the Huskies, and the Bears will kind of cap off every single round. Obviously tonight there are some teams with more athletes returning from last year, so they will draft a little bit less athletes in total. And then the Spitfires, who have the least number of athletes returning from last year, will have a total of 37 athletes drafted, so they're going to be going until round 37. I believe the Huskies will stop at round 30, which is the first team. So yeah, looking forward to the third and final night of the draft. Thank you guys for all watching and subscribing to the YouTube channel. It goes a very long way to helping the CTFL. And without further ado, let's hear from Pierce as he makes the next selection.
Like it's too close to tell, you know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL. I'm saying chilly like.
With the 81st pick, the Spitfires select Tyler Cox Yestro, who'll be running the 400 meters.
You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL. I'm saying chilly like the Arctics, flying like a.
In round 21, the Arctics will select Mr. Pascal Guidron in the men's 5K with a PB of 17:07. He competed for Toronto West Athletics. Now he will be competing for the Arctics. Welcome.
82nd pick in the 21st round, the Arctics have selected Pascal Gendron from Toronto West Athletics. She has a personal best of 17:07 in the 5K, which she ran last year at the Bob Vigor Classic. This past indoor season, she competed in the 3K with a time of 10:23 at the Boston University Valentine meet. Pascal will be looking at a dip under the 17 mark this season as an Arctic.
With the 83rd pick, the Huskies select NATALIE WHITTEN in the women's 800 meters.
With the 84th pick, the Bears select Thomas LaViolette, competing in the men's 5K.
Trying to win the league like the CTFL. I'm saying chilly like the Arctics, flying like a Spitfire, hunting like the.
With the 85th pick, the Spitfires select Matthew Van Schepdel, who will be running the 800 meters.
In round 22, the Arctics will select Mr. Nathan Henn in the men's 400 with a PB of 49:26. He competed unattached for Ontario. He will now be competing for the Arctics. Welcome.
87th pick in the women's 1500 meters, the Huskies select Nina Gunther.
With the 87th pick in the 22nd round, the Huskies have selected Nina Gunther from the Ottawa Lions. At the beginning of the season, Nina went undefeated. She has a personal best of 2 minutes and 54 seconds in the 1K. The speed from the 1K will transfer over to the 1500, which will be competing in the CTFL.
With the 88th pick, the Bears select Saya Mahajan, competing in the women's 400 meters, representing the Ottawa Lions.
With the 89th pick, the Spitfires select Moses Ado, who will be running the 800 meters.
In round 23, the Arctics will select Mr. Fakilala Moyo in the men's 100 with a PB of 10:98. He competed for Oakville Renegades Track Club. He will now be competing for the Arctics. Welcome.
The 91st pick, the Huskies select in the men's 200 meters, Nathan O'Keefe.
With the 92nd pick, the Bears select Tamio Atonfo, representing the Ottawa Lions, competing in the men's long jump.
With the 93rd overall pick, the Spitfires are excited to select utility men's 110-meter hurdler, Liam Mather. Congratulations.
In round 24, the Arctics will select Mr. Sebastian Regnier in the men's 200 with a PB of 21:62. He competed for Bison's Athletic Club. Now he will be competing for the Arctics. I'm excited to have him on board.
Fifth pick, the Huskies select Paulo Miguel in the men's 110-meter hurdles.
With the 96th pick, the Bears select Otave Edmondson competing in the men's 100 meters, and he runs for the Albert Speed School.
The 95th pick in the 24th round, the Huskies have selected Paulo Miguel from Saint Laurent Select. He has clocked a time of 8.25 in the 60-meter hurdles and has a personal best of 14.80 in the 100-meter hurdles. Paulo will be looking to make some noise in the 110-meter hurdles.
With the 97th pick, the Spitfire select Gaetano Paci, who'll be competing in the 5K.
In round 25, the Arctics will select Mr. Liam Patterson in the men's 5K with a PB of 14:45. He competed for the Blue Devils Athletic Club. He will now be competing for us here at the Arctics. I'm excited to have him.
With the 99th pick, the Huskies select Shannon Walton in the women's 400 meters.
With the 100th pick, the Bears select Grace Streak, who competes in the women's 5K and runs for the Ottawa Lions.
With the 100th pick in the 25th round, the Bears have selected Grace Streak from the Ottawa Lions. She'll be the youngest competitor in the CTFL. Grace has captured bronze in 2022 at OFSA XC in the 5K race. Although she will be the youngest athlete in the CTFL, she has proven that she cannot be overlooked.
With the 101st pick, the Spitfires select Paige Kobe, who'll be running the 5K.
In round 26, the Arctics will select Miss Bianca Borgella in the women's 100 with a PB of 12:37 with a tad bit of wind. We're excited to have her.
In the 26th round, with the 103rd pick, the Huskies are proud to select Emma Klajic in the women's long jump.
The 104th pick, the Bears select Kylie Fowler, who competes in the women's 5K and represents the Ottawa Lions and Track North.
With the 101st pick in the 26th round, the Spitfires have selected Paige Kobe. Her best performance is from this year's Boston University Valentine meet, where she ran the 3K in a time of 9 minutes and 54 seconds, where she ran a personal best out of about 16 seconds. Paige, with her speed from the indoor season, will be looking to run some fast times in the 5K for the Spitfires. With the 105th pick in the 26th round, the Spitfires have selected Samantha MacDonald from Blue Devils Athletics Club. She has a personal best in the 5K of 18 minutes and 38 seconds, which she ran in June 2022. Just this season, she ran an all-time personal best performance in the 1500 meter, where she ran 4 minutes and 58 seconds. Samantha has a lot of momentum coming into this outdoor season.
With the 105th pick, the Spitfire selects Samantha MacDonald, who will be running the 5K.
Round 27, the Arctics will select Miss Megan Tarrant in the women's 400 with a PB of 60.4. She competed for the Blue Devils Athletic Club. She will now be competing for the Arctics. Welcome.
The 107th pick, the Huskies select Tanash Vireri in the men's 200 meters.
With the 108th pick, the Bears select Leah Wallner, who competes in the men's 110-meter hurdles and represents the Ottawa Lions Track Club.
The 109th pick and a fellow multi-eventer, the Spitfire select Robin SELKIRK, who'll be competing in the long jump.
In round 28, the Arctics will select Matthew Lozano in the men's 5K with a PB of 14:54. We are excited to have him. Welcome.
11th pick, the Husky select in the women's 100-meter hurdles, Stephanie LaPolice.
The 112th pick, the Bears select Taya Keast, who competes in the women's 200 meters and represents the Peterborough Legion Pacers Track Club. Welcome to the squad.
I'm Alec Purnell, and I'm a New Balance ambassador for the CTFL. I run for the Huskies in the CTFL, and last year I was the 1500 meter champion. I've got some big goals for this season. I want to repeat as the 1500 meter champion in the CTFL. I want to break my CTFL 1500 meter record from last year, and I want to help the Huskies to win the CTFL championships. The CTFL meets that I'll be competing at this year are Bob Viggers in London, the Inferno at Guelph, and then the CTFL finals at the end of the year in Ottawa. Super excited to be a New Balance ambassador for the CTFL this year. It's going to be great to be repping their shoes, their spikes, and their clothes on and off the track, because they make some great stuff, and I'm sure it'll bring along the fast times. Thank you to the CTFL, and thank you to New Balance. I'll be seeing you this season.
With the 113th pick, the Spitfire select Alexander Stathis, who will be competing in the 110 hurdles.
In round 29, the Arctics will select Mr. Eric Sutton in the men's 400 meter hurdles with a PB of 55:94. We are excited to have him. Welcome.
With the 115th pick in the women's 5K, the Huskies select Alexandria Jobin.
116th pick, the Bears select Allison Joy Crone, who competes in the women's long jump and is unattached. Welcome to the Bears.
With the 114th pick in the 29th round, the Arctics have selected Eric Shannon from Peterborough Legion Pacers Track Club. In 2022, he lowered his 400 meter hurdle time from a 57.16 to a 55.94. In the past, he competed in the AUS, where he ran the 600 meter, which is where his best performance can be found. However, his second best performance was in the 100, where he ran 11.07, which just shows his diversity as an athlete.
The 117th pick, the Spitfire select my boy, Joey Daniels, who will be competing as a utility athlete in the 110 hurdles.
In round 30, the Arctics will select Mr. Jonathan Van Wart in the men's shot put with a PB of 10 meters 17. We are excited to have him on the squad. Welcome.
With the 119th pick, the Huskies select Fergus Porter in the men's shot put.
With the 120th pick, the Bears select Dylan Ferry, who competes in the men's 1500 meters and competes for Royal City.
With the 117th pick in the 30th round, the Spitfires have selected Joey Daniels. Last year, he was the 110 meter hurdle champ at the Canadian Outdoor Championships with a time of 13.96 seconds. Joey has a personal best of 13.57 in the 110 meter hurdles from 2021 and 7.77 in the 60 meter hurdles from 2022. He will continue to drop big times as a utility athlete for the Spitfires.
With the 121st pick, the Spitfire select Philip SASSI, who will be competing in the 200 meters.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win.
In round 31, the Arctics will select Miss Shankari Shannon Shavantchandran in the women's long jump with a PB of 5 meters. She competed for United Sports Club. She will now be competing for the Arctics. Welcome.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL.
With the 124th pick, the Bears select Robert Viriel Stan, who competes in the men's 400-meter hurdles and represents the Durham Legion Athletics.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL. I'm saying chilly like the Arctics, flying like a Spitfire, hunting like the
For the 125th pick, the Spitfires select John Simon Deguenet, who will be a utility athlete for the steeplechase.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league.
Round 32, the Arctics will select Mr. Jeremy Kolonkowski in the men's 110 hurdles. He has an indoor PB of 9:28 in the 60-meter hurdles. We are excited to see what he's going to do outdoors. He competed for University of Toronto Track and Field Club. He will now be competing for the Arctics. Welcome.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL.
With the 128th pick and the last pick of the Bears roster, the Bears select Denis Chevetkov, who competes in the men's shot put and represents the London Western Track Club.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL. I'm saying chilly like the Arctics.
With the 29th pick, the Spitfires select Ramon Ricardo English, who will be a utility athlete competing in the 100 meters.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win.
In round 33, the Arctics will select Carter S. McKilson in the men's 800 with a PB of 154.28. He competed for Royal City Athletics Club. He will now be competing for the Arctics. We're excited to have him.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL.
With the 132nd pick in the 33rd round, the Bears are excited to select from Nova Scotia, Andy McMillan. Congratulations, Andy.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL. I'm saying chilly like the Arctics, flying like a Spitfire, hunting like the Huskies. You know how the.
With the 133rd pick, the Spitfires select Astrid Niame, who will be competing as a utility athlete in the 110-meter hurdles.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL.
And last but not least, in round 34, the Arctics will select Nathaniel Keenan George in the utility men's 400-meter with a PB of 45.54. Very impressive. I'm looking forward to seeing this gentleman compete for the Arctics.
Like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL. I'm saying chilly like the Arctics, flying like a Spitfire, hunting like the Huskies. You know how the.
With the 141st pick, the Spitfires select Ben Tilson, who will be a utility athlete competing in the 400-meter hurdles.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL.
The 141st pick in the 36th round, the Spitfires have selected Ben Tilson from Border City Athletics. Ben has a speedy personal time of 52.03 seconds in the 400-meter hurdles. He was also a member of the 2022 U20 World National Team, where he was a part of the U20 National Record-breaking 4x4 relay team. This season, he represented the University of Windsor at U Sports while running the 600 meters. He'll begin his journey in the CTFL as a utility athlete for the Spitfires.
For the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL. I'm saying.
With the 145th pick, the Spitfires select Simranjeet Singh Brar, who will be competing in the 110-meter hurdles.
Dipping for the line like it's too close to tell. You know I'm trying to win the league like the CTFL. I'm saying.
Okay, so hopefully those last couple rounds weren't too confusing, but with that, the CTFL draft is now complete. I'd like to thank all fans and athletes, as well as our sponsors, for participating this year. A special thanks to the 4 ambassadors that took the time in order to put this event on. We could not have done it without you, so a big thanks to them. For the fans, thank you for tuning in and enjoying. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to the 2023 season. We have a bunch of big things planned, so looking forward to seeing you guys all in the comments and maybe even suggesting kind of who your favorite draft pick was and why. To the athletes, thank you for participating in the CTFL draft, and to those of you who were not drafted, there is always next year, so keep on applying. We are still trying to build this bigger and better than ever, so your help is always much appreciated. And to our sponsors, thank you for helping us out this season and believing in the CTFL as a system to make a great change for the sport of track and field. Yeah, thank you all for watching the YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and click the like button and all that YouTube stuff. So thank you, and see you guys this season.
With the squad lit, we can go for miles. On the attack, don't matter what the event, a throw, a jump, or a sprint, that we'll run it back.